Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. There he goes to the right. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the first drive, and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk. And strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Great. So let's go. Ready.
Gonna run it. It's Mobley. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss.
I get it. It wasn't going to be a positive play. You weren't going to get a lot of yards, but I'd love to see you stick it up in there and hit somebody and finish the play with some physicality and at least pick up one or two.
As long as you don't lose the football. It's already a bad play. Just don't make things worse.
Coach Rick used to say, don't turn a bad play into a catastrophe.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
From the gun on third down, Carr. He's got the back in the middle. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
That was a third down this offense absolutely had to have. They're already down in this game, and so on third down, you've got to find a way to win. And it's a nice job in the one-on-one, running a good route, creating some separation, quarterback throwing on time, and this offense stays on its feet.
Maybe some room here. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Low man wins. Defense that time on fourth down was expecting run. And you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The defense there to make the stop. He barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. right back to it. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. It's complete on the right side. Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Notre Dame lines up quickly. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to...
Caught, and he's got room. They're ripping off chunks of yards. They get it to the 33. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
He might want another play. Again, it's Carr. Here comes the heat. He gets away. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Check. 3692, bump check. Check. 1424 plus. 1424 plus.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And just some general sloppiness from the offense with a false start will back them up 5. It's 2nd and long.
Go.
To the air again, Carr. This time it's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The screen, he can go. He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. Dead center perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Using his legs, it's Hill. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Keelan Russell under fire. He's sacked. This defense all
absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
The Fighting Irish called their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Now here's Russell. He lobs one high down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Tide will have to call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Russell throws for the tight end. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Takes it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Throws to the tight end. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Running inside, it's Williams. He's dragged down at the 12. Chip shot field goal range, but might they go for it here on 4th down? And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That brings them to within 1.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Tide ready to roll on offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. The run inside. It's Hill. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And I think the defense kind of understood what was coming. Back-to-back possessions where this offense threw interceptions, they're going to want to get the run game going, and they were ready for it. Great job fitting the gaps and making good, solid tackles.
Defense might bring the house here. Makes the grab on the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Russell. Fires to the right. Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Man, a quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
There's some room. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Russell on play action. Under fire. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Throwing Russell. Fires to the wideout. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Got room on the return. The 40. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. How about this defense taking one back to the house? What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
He'll bring it out. It's Jenkins. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this...
He's looking deep. Pulls in the deep ball. Flying down the left side. Past the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
And the extra point puts them on top by 1. Fielded in the end zone. It's Young. at that toughness, just running through everybody. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Throwing, Carr. It's on target and complete. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And that is why you call it a safety valve. You avoid the quarterback getting hit, and you also release the pressure that's being applied on the offense.
Defense is going to have to think about this in the future because you live and die by...
Here's a little room there. Still on his feet. At the 20. Touchdown, Irish. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
Intercepted, big play, stops the drive.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just great.
On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground.
Well, that is a very disappointing kickoff return. They've got to do a better job up front blocking these guys running down the field. There was just nowhere for that return man to go.
Going over the top. Brings it in down the left side. Finds a seam. The 20. The 10. To the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
And I love the play call. Oftentimes offensively, you like to throw the football deep down on your own end and take shots because you're anticipating man coverage. So if you get a receiver that can get behind the defense, that has a chance to be a home run type play, and you saw it work out exactly that way right there.
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points, and then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
Here he comes with the return. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Carr. Going to try to pop one on the screen. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. He wants to change this route. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Unloads to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Yeah, and a lot of offenses, when they get their free safety matched up man-to-man, they're going to take shots because they believe their guy can win. Really nice man-to-man coverage and a nice job making a play on the ball at the end that results in an incompletion.
Wide receiver going in motion. Here's Carr to throw. Zings it complete to the right. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks. Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation.
Box, box, box. Over. Sweet. Check. 95, 96 bridge. 95, 96 bridge. Slash. Rat.
Fourth down, Carr. Oh, they're after him. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short, 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Motion from the wideout. Keelan Russell. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Bama! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. Interesting decision here, but if they make the 2, it'll be a 2-possession game and a 9-point lead. Back to pass, it's Russell. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. On the run from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. He stopped right there. Oh, he might have been a step away from taking that one a long way. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the snap, it's Williams. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Got his man on the right. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. The Irish use their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going to take a shot at this DB. Intercepted to stop the threat. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To throw, it's Russell. Here's the pressure.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in the last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Got a little grass. He's finally stopped by the defense, makes up some of that ground they lost, but it'll still be 3rd down and the clock's running. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. They're working that left side. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And they already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Russell throws to the wideout. Hauls it in. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just enough time for one final play of the half. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's start with the USC Trojans, taking on the number 9 team, the Ole Miss Rebels. And it's USC coming away with the victory in one of the highest scoring games we've seen all season, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
He'll start this third quarter with a run. Got room at the 35. Flying down the right side. The 20. Inside the touchdown, Notre Dame. Excellent pass by the back on the option. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. They're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the third. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Riley. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They're dealing with a second and long. Throwing Russell. Complete. Makes a grab and room to run. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Alabama hit him with a big pass play. Will they keep slinging it?
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. looking to the big tight end. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Fourth down, Russell. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A fourth down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer, and how about the conversion? The big fourth down conversion.
For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
Out of all the ways to get a first down, that's how the offense chose to do it. I mean, make the mistake, throw the interception, Palmer, but heads-up play, force the fumble, and recover it. First down.
And, David, you know the quarterback's counting his lucky stars. That was a bad decision. That should be the defense's ball. Luckily, they fumble it. His teammates get it back to give him another chance.
And man coverage, where they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out-route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Touchdown time! They take the lead here in the second half. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Inside 4 minutes to play here in the third. Running inside, it's Williams. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Now on 2nd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. The run inside. It's Mobley. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Sends it back in motion. They're in the gun, third down. Here's Carr. The quick out. Across the 45. Hits the accelerator to the right. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
And the extra point is good. He'll bring it out. It's Jenkins. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. He lets one fly deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. All even here in the third quarter as they get set to snap it on 2nd and 10. Keelan Russell. He's not afraid to go deep. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense. Defense with pass interference coming. 1st and 10 coming up. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Unloads it left. He's got it. There he goes. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And how about the creativity by the offense? You split your running back all the way out wide. Why? You like the matchup. Like, he can be a receiver. He can run routes. He stays on the outside part of the field. They like the matchup. They throw it to him. He wins that rep. Nice job by this offense.
The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. They'll move the wide receiver. Russell. Pressure coming. And down he goes.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming in. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Back to pass. He's going for it all. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from.
And that's the problem when you get in second and forever. The defense knows. They make you one-dimensional. They know you're going to take shots down the field. They stay deep, they break on the football, and they take advantage of the opportunity.
Gets the back moving. Throwing. Oh. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. This has been a tight one, third quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Right on the money. At midfield, he's got room. Lots of running room. Ripped off a huge sharp play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
On defense, man, you've got to tackle the catch against this guy. He has way too much speed. One of the fastest players in all of college football. If you even give him an inch, if you let him get a few steps, he is gone. And you saw that game-breaking speed on that last catch there. Let's be interesting now to see if this defense mixes up their coverages a little bit more, but no question they have got to tackle better on the back end.
Alabama calls.